We continue the conversations with our national FFA officers for this incoming year. I'm Susan Littlefield with the American Ag Network, and Claire Whipple joins us now. She represents the state of Nebraska. And Claire, thanks for taking
hmm
some time to talk with us.
Yes, of course. Thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
Let's talk a little bit about your career through that blue corduroy jacket when you first started out, maybe thinking about joining FFA.
Yeah, well, you mentioned like thinking about joining FFA. Well, in my
Yeah.
mind, it was never a question of if I was going to be in FFA or not. I'm kind of a legacy. So, my grandpa was involved in FFA in high school, and then my dad was involved in FFA. He went to high school in Stanton, Nebraska, and he actually applied to be a Nebraska state officer, but that wasn't in the path for him, and that's okay. And so he kind of paved the way for me. And then my older brother, Devin, also was involved in the FFA program at my home chapter. So I'm originally from Chambers, Nebraska, and the Chambers FFA chapter is fairly new in the like years of Nebraska FFA. So it began in 2012. And so my brother was one of the first members of that chapter. So I can remember as I think, fourth grader, I attended the chapter banquet one evening where all of the members were receiving their jackets for the first time. And so that's a super special moment for them, but also everyone in the crowd. And so, me as a little sister, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my brother up there. And as he was putting on his jacket, like, I just remember thinking, like, there has to be something special about that jacket. And I didn't know what it was, but I knew that it was going to be special. And so joining FFA in seventh grade was never a question for me. And I knew that that's where I was going to find my passion and my purpose. And it was just a matter of when and how. So that's kind of how I got started. But then served as a chapter officer in high school and did lots of career development events and leadership development events. And then served as a Nebraska state officer in 2024, 2025. And now here representing Nebraska on the national level, could not be more thankful.
I mean, the journey is beautiful and one that you were
Mhm.
so inspired at such a young age. Now
Yeah.
you get to represent the central region for the National
Mhm.
FFA as the vice
Mhm.
president. For you, Claire, let's talk about why you chose to run for national office.
Yeah. It stemmed from love, Susan. It really does. So I was asked about a week after I retired as a state officer in May, if I would like to apply to be Nebraska's candidate. And I remember it was just a really big decision that I had to make, and a lot of conversations with past national officers, a lot of conversations with my parents, my mentors, my friends. And it all happened in a conversation with my mom. And we were talking about, okay, what if you do apply? What if you are the candidate? Well, what if you are a national officer? Like, what is that going to look like?
Mhm.
But what if you don't? What if you don't apply? You're not the candidate. You will never have the opportunity to serve this year. Um, and I remember thinking and saying out loud to my mom, like, that breaks my heart. It breaks my heart not to apply and not to just try this out and see what could happen. And so that's when my mom was like, well, you know what to do. You know that you should apply and see where this journey takes you. And so, my why behind it all is just to love and to spread the love that I have come to know through FFA, and to grow my family and connect with people, connect people to others, and yeah, just overall grow my family this year.
And you can see, I mean, obviously that legacy that's in the FFA kind of
Yeah.
helps set the tone, but I think your experience is something so many FFAers can use. The what if I don't when it comes
hmm
to opportunities.
Yeah. It's that kind of like that FOMO thing, like the fear of missing out. What if I don't take this risk or take this chance? And so, yeah, throughout my year, I'll encourage FFA members to just kind of ask that question: what if I do, or what if I did? Who could I meet? Who could I become throughout this experience? So yeah, that's a huge question and something that a lot of decisions for me ride on.
So take us to that moment. You are standing arm in arm with other candidates, and that sway is going on, and you happen to be the first one
Mm-hmm.
announced to run on stage.
Mm-hmm. Yes, so I remember and Trey might have told you this when he was interviewing, but they told us don't run on stage because this floor is slippery and you will slip. And I was in heels too, and so I was like, okay, like I'll be cool, I'll be good, everything will be fine. And yeah, I was in the moment. Hunter from New York was to my left, and Braden from Missouri was to my right. And I just remember like being so at peace, because this whole process for me has been really based in my faith. And so I've had a lot of trust, in knowing that I will be where I'm supposed to be and that it's not my decision to make. And so, Susan, I was just filled with peace. Of course, there was a little bit of anxiousness and excitement and
I bet.
nervousness,
I
but
bet.
overall, I was just content. And I knew that Central Region was going to be the first national officer announced, because Mary Schreiber, who was the current Central Region vice president, was first in the line. So like, I was like, okay, I'm from Central Region, like this could be me. And my name is called, and I just remember like running slowly, like they told us, or like walking, because the stage was empty. I was running onto an empty stage, whereas my teammates, like they couldn't help but run because they were greeted by me and the rest of my team. And so I just remember taking that moment really slow so that I
Mhm.
could truly feel it all. So like running up on this stage slow, and I was on the stage by myself, and so I got to look out. I got to see my family over. They were behind some candidates, and they were just filled with all kinds of emotions: joy, pride, like crying, of course. My sister's like jumping 3 foot in the air. Um, and yeah, looking out and seeing the delegates, and especially the Nebraska state officer team this year, just cheering me on really loud. And then my friends in the back. It was just a really special moment for me to feel that and see that all on stage. And then it was really special for me because I got to welcome each of my teammates on stage with me.
I was just going to ask, that's got to be an exciting part of it because you got to embrace them as they were embracing their moment.
Exactly. I was so honored to be the first person that they got to hug on stage. And like T Wayne was the first person that I got to hug. And so just sharing that moment with each of them and welcoming them um, on stage and into the team and into our hearts, like it's just, yeah, it's just such a cool experience. I've been thinking a lot about it because we got a bunch of the pictures back from convention, and I just wish I could live it again just one more time. Like I just want to take it all in one more time.
I bet.
Yeah.
For you, you're wrapping up your semester at the
Yeah.
University of Nebraska Lincoln.
Mhm.
Ag education is something that you're looking towards. So, as you wrap up this semester, what are you looking forward to most as you get ready to embark on what is going to be an amazing year?
I am looking forward to being really intentional with the time that I have with the people here in Lincoln and also with the people at home. I'm really blessed to live with four of my really good friends here in Lincoln. And so each night we make it a point to have supper together and then watch a show or movie. And so it's just really important that I make intentional time for them. And also, I'm involved in the Angler Agribusiness Entrepreneurship Program here at UNL. Other than FFA, it is probably the best community that I've been involved in. So it's a little bittersweet to leave them, but like they're sending me off as like I'm a better person because of this program. And so I actually have like a student job, and so, like, here within the next hour, I'll just be doing little tasks and um, making sure I'm spending time with people in this space and with the staff, so that I can just soak up everything that's going to last a year of being gone. And hopefully, throughout my home time that I get to have throughout my year, I'll make some time to come back to campus, because I really do love it here. But I'm just looking forward to the intentional time that I get to spend with my people.
All right, what advice as we wrap up our conversation would you give to somebody who is going to be incoming either junior high or maybe somebody who's even in high school that sees the kids in FFA but hasn't joined yet?
Mhm. My piece of advice is to set big goals. Like when I was a freshman in high school, I had a dream. So wearing this jacket right now, 5 years ago was a dream. Like it would be so awesome to be a national officer and get to serve and travel everywhere, but it was a dream. It didn't become a goal for me until I was the national officer candidate from Nebraska. And so I think just have those dreams and don't ever sell yourself short by making excuses for those dreams, and like thinking that because of where you come from or how you grew up can determine who you are or your future. Because I came from like one of the smallest communities in Nebraska. I graduated with 7 people in my
Wow.
class. And so my limited resources in my community did not affect my future. Like you can do anything that you set your mind and heart to. And so just have those dreams and do not sell yourself short.
Very great advice. Well, congratulations, and I look forward to watching this year unfold for you.
Thanks, Susan. I really appreciate being here.
Claire Whipple joining us. She is going to be and is the Central Region Vice President for 25-26 for the National FFA organization. I'm Susan Littlefield reporting.